How's it going, guys? Good to see you. Evening. I'm good, thanks. How are you? Very good. It's not a very good shot. Oh wow. We're doing a great first frame. How's everyone doing anyway? Do I do routines? Sometimes. Sometimes. I should really be doing some now because I haven't played since Thursday. But I kind of just want to play. Alright, first frame is always a warm up. Should have gone for the double there. I don't think, like, that cut was probably harder than the double. Size of the table, 7 foot by 4 foot. All right, you got ball in hand. What colour? Ball in hand behind the line. Cue ball behind the line. What colour are you going? Reds or yellows? Write it in the chat. Have I been to J-Max in Navan? Yes, one of the better pool halls I've ever been to. Yeah, what would you guys do? Reds or yellows? Could really go either here. This is the main reason why I don't love yellows. You've got to land in a pretty precise spot to get onto it. And that might be a bit tricky. It doesn't go anywhere else. So for that reason, I think yellows are a little bit tough. My first red though isn't. What's my first red is this one. If I get that though, I can get onto probably my worst red, which is this one because it only goes in that corner. But you play that first land there, you're on that, and then you land here. You're on this. The worst thing then about reds is where the black goes. It doesn't go in this corner. So you'd have to come back to here to play it into this middle at some point. But I think doing that, as long as you make that first ball, which I'm not too confident with because again I haven't really been playing. But if I can make that first ball and land there, I'm more confident of getting reds than I am trying to get that yellow and like land here for that yellow. So for that reason we're going reds. probably missed his first ball. So again, long shots are always the thing that mess me up when I've taken time away. Keep going. Didn't really get into the cue ball enough there. Not terrible, but this red does go in that middle, so that's why I'm. And now the issue is getting on the black. I want to play this and come to here. Ideally there, that's probably the best I can do. Play that, and if I can get, ignore that. If I can get back to here, I've got a choice of 1, 2, or 3. The black still doesn't pass these yellows, so ignore the fact that I just hit that. Okay, so what would now make sense is leaving this ball until last. Land back here, play that, and then finish with the black in there. But do I trust myself to be able to get into this position again? Probably not. So I'm going to play it now, and hopefully one of these 4 will get me there for the black. I was going to top this through, but I've got a pretty bad angle, so I'm going to screw back. Bottom right. Still got a choice of 2. It's not great, but could be worse. And again, just it's what tends to happen when you're taking time away. You just start to lose the cue ball a little bit. So this is my ball next. Try and stun over to here. If I can land here, I can play that one and get to here, which plays that one, and then I can get here. And if I'm on this one with this angle, it means that I can screw either off the cushion in here or stun into that position, or screw into that position and land on the black. It's not ideal, but it's probably the only choice I've really got. Okay. Choice. Could go for this one now, but wanted to be there. I'm a little bit straight on this red, which means I've got to power it in to try and land up here, which is just not easy. Whereas the easiest shot is to play that, screw back to there, and then roll that in and naturally run up table. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, this is just too straight at this shot. So I want to be there, basically screw back like 5 inches or so. Again, a bit of top spin, top right, maybe top left, maybe. This is the position I want to be. Play that into half a pocket and stun over to there for the black. So that's where I need to land. That's my aiming point. Very missable with top left. I'm not very good at this shot normally. And again, play that. I've got half a pocket. It's annoying because I've got to play it at speed. And when you play this with power, you can miss it with half a pocket, or you could easily hit the yellow. But I've got to try and get to there. The pocket is actually way smaller than I thought it was. I don't like this at all. Still got to try. Just held on for dear life. Alright, we've got one. It's better than the last few weeks when I've started. Yeah, that red was tight in that middle. Jeez. Alright, so we're on one. I'm going to try, as long as I don't do what I did last week, which was play for an hour and get like 1 clearance. How's it going, Connor? Good to see you. Sorry if I've missed all your comments, guys. I've just been kind of focused on the table for now. I will try and answer them. The best thing to do is to write your comments when I'm at that end of the table racking all the balls and I'm not looking at what I'm doing, because I won't be able to answer it if I'm at the table, really. I'll try and catch them up, though. But basically what I'm going to do, for those of you who are new, as long as I can find my remote control, which is there. So there's a scoreboard below the table. The blue number is clearances from the break, either reverse clearances or break clearances. And I'll play until I get 10 clearances, basically, and I'll just talk through each one. Glad to hear, mate. Glad to hear. All right, come on. Let's keep it going. 1 out of 2 so far. Come on. 2 foul breaks there. Not ideal. Not ideal. Right, again, what colour are you going? You've got ball in hand, behind the line, reds or yellows? Which one are you going for? There's only really one choice here, I think. And if you look for the bad balls on one set, you'll find you're naturally gravitating towards the opposite colour. So don't just look at the easy balls. You've got ball in hand, sure, you could do this and just pop this yellow. But that's not the reason why you'd go yellows, right? The reason why you wouldn't go reds is because of this ball, doesn't go anywhere, and because of this ball, does it go? No, it doesn't go into that corner, so that doesn't go anywhere. If you clear these 2 out the way, that's difficult enough as well, that red would eventually go down there, but no, you just wouldn't do that. So otherwise, the yellows are fairly straightforward. The only, minor issue, which probably makes this last ball, is playing this to try and land there for the black. So I'm working backwards from the black, basically. The yellow won't be there, so the black could go in there, or it's going to go in there, which I think based on where this yellow is, it's most likely going to go, the black's going to go in here. So what I'm now looking for is kind of working backwards. What ball is going to get me on that? And that's going to be, hopefully, this one. So these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows, I've kind of got an idea of the pattern, and they'll be the last 4 balls, okay? These are the first 2, because I'm behind the line, they're going to go first. So the order, 1 sec, that connects to that, which connects to that, which connects to that. So I've got to play that. Okay, so this is the order. Pretty much, I should be getting this, really. So, that yellow's first. I know I'm waffling, by the way, apologies. Leave the cue ball where the yellow is. Play that yellow, come up to there. This is my connecting ball. So that's the first bit of the jigsaw between these 5. Pop that ball, leave the cue ball where that yellow is. Pop that ball, roll forwards 6 inches. Pop this ball, leave myself dead straight on that ball. Top spin forward a couple of inches to there to leave that ball, and that's what gets me into position there to play the black. If I mess up position, then I'll change the pattern, but really the hardest thing is getting from this ball to there, because you're travelling like 2 feet, and when you haven't been playing, it's harder than it looks sometimes. Try and make sure of my angle there. Okay. So I've purposefully not left myself straight on that, because the natural angle, if I can land where the chalk is, it should be an easy finish. It's not perfect, but it couldn't be much better than that. Again, I'm trying to leave that ball to the corner next. So I'm slightly off straight on this yellow. It means I can't really play it too hard. But roll it in and it should be out from there. Oh, that white moved. I didn't even touch it. The cue ball moved. Did you see that? I didn't actually touch it with my cue. I think it's just rolled into a divot or something. Okay, so again, this is really the only other thing that could go wrong, because I want to leave myself dead straight on that, and I don't want to underhit it and leave a bad angle to go from there to there. I want to make sure I'm dead straight on this yellow, so I need to come off the cushion and land there. But again, can't snooker myself behind the red. It should be okay. Again, roll forward to there would be great. I need to get forward an inch from here. in the end. A couple of off straight shots there, off straight leaves, but it just means you then got to slow down the next shot basically. We've got to play the next shot slow. So, Zenko, how are we doing, mate? Got a new brake cue. No, I'm using a stock brake cue at the moment. I don't like it, but I've kind of got to use it because I was braking with my American version of that cue, but it's not really good for the tip. It brakes unbelievably well, but I want to use it to play American ball. I don't want to use it to brake in English ball, if that makes sense. Cheers, Dave. Appreciate that. Appreciate the comments on YouTube as well and TikTok. Live on both platforms. Videos from the Joiners Arms are going to be coming out in February, as I've put on Facebook. The vlog will be a little bit longer than that. Is that another dry break? Really? Alright, well, can't really go reds because of these two. Have to go yellows. Don't like that yellow. It's going to be a tough out, but we'll see if we can get it. See if we can get it. Oh no, that yellow does go past there, those reds, so yellows aren't as bad as I first thought. Do I trust myself to get that one first? That's the question. Am I really looking at that as my last yellow? Could play a plant on that, to be fair. Play that to there. I think what you've got to figure out is basically the order that you obviously take all the yellows, but you've got 3 yellows here that are this end, 1 that's kind of in the middle, and 3 that are over there. So what you generally don't do when you're creating patterns is you don't go from like 1 there to 1 here to 1 there to 1 whatever. You kind of clear up in areas, or I tend to anyway, or I try to. That's the main aim most of the time. That yellow doesn't go just yet. Does it? Actually, that does. That might be my first ball. I think it does. So really, what I'm looking to do is get tight cue ball control between these 4, travel up table and finish. So as long as this goes first, that's my first ball. I didn't see it went early, but that's my first ball. Relatively difficult because the red kind of covers half the ball, so it's missable. But play that, get to there, play that. If I can get to there, play that, then all I've got to do, ideally I've got this angle on this yellow, but I'll take that as worst case scenario. Play that yellow and then stun up table to there. I should leave myself a choice of this one or this one, but I'll most likely play this one. That leaves me here. I have a choice of this one or this one. Probably play to here, play that one, and then come out here for the black or something like that anyway. But it's all about this first ball, which actually looks easy, but again, not too confident with it. Wrong side of this yellow. It needs to be there, but it means I'll take the one on the right first and try and come off the cushion with right hand side and land about there. Oh wow, that's a bad shot. That is a bad shot. Alright, so didn't get that one. Let's see if I could have got the finish if I'd actually played it right. So the only thing that would have changed is I would have played this one first. Right, let's go. I think I've still had 2 clearances. English cue ball size is 1 inch 7/8 versus a snooker cue ball is 2 inches, and an American cue ball is 2 inches and a quarter. Position change on the brake, I think it's just not going well. So I'll brake in the middle, see if that makes a difference. Wow, still dry. 4 in a row. 4 dry brakes in a row, and this one isn't anywhere near as easy as the others. Saying that, shouldn't be too difficult. Really, there's one good shot to be played. One good shot to be played on yellows, and you're out. You could get reds, but I think that red on the cushion I don't like. I don't like this red on the cushion either. This yellow doesn't look great, but if you can get from this ball to there and play that with power, get into that yellow. Worst case scenario, you should be leaving a cut. You should be leaving the cue ball where the yellow is. You leave yourself a cut on that, or cut on that, or you've got that one. Might even leave that yellow, but that's the key shot, is break the problem ball out early. So again, I've left an angle on this one. I could go for that one, but the cue ball's just firing into this red with too much power. I kind of want to control the shot to go into that yellow if I can. Or go into the red either, just break it out. No, go into the yellow, that was the shot. Okay, so I know that this is likely my last ball, and if I play it to get me, play it there, here will leave me there for the black in the middle. So I can work backwards from that ball. The ball before that one is going to be this one, and I'm likely going to play that to the middle. So working backwards from that one is that one, backwards from that one is that one, backwards from that one is this one. So put that fast forwards, first, second, first, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. It's all about this first shot and leaving myself in a decent position. Don't hit that red. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just careless. Could have gone wrong. Could play that yellow to swing around 2 cushions to land here. Just looking at, not worried about these two are easy. I'm just looking at what to do from there to there, basically. Do I prefer my table to the Rasson Apollo? No. I think the Rasson is the best English pool table out there. That's personal preference, isn't it? A lot of people prefer this table, which is fine. I mean, they're the only 2 tables that you would consider. In fact, that's a lie. Sam Atlantics are very good tables. They're just more expensive, which is why you don't tend to see them in clubs. Has anyone seen the new pool? I missed that. So you reckon it would be better to buy a Rasson for home practice? If you're playing at home and you don't plan on playing any tournaments, then if you're planning on playing on the Ultimate Pool Tour, get a Rasson Apollo. If you're planning on playing on the IPA Tour, get a Supreme Winner. For home practice, I mean, it's difficult. They're both great tables. If you're not planning on playing any tournaments ever, you could get either, right? If you're playing on tournaments regularly, again, you could get either, because some tournaments play on these, some tournaments play on the Rassons. But the Rassons are becoming way more popular in local clubs and therefore local tournaments. So again, if you're practicing generally for tournaments, I'd probably say get the Apollo. But that doesn't mean this table's bad. This table's, I mean, it's the original English pool table, right? Really. So, another dry break, is it? Sure. 5 in a row. Fantastic. All right, 3 and 3. What colour are we going? Reds or yellows? Right in the chat. Green Winnie 𝐬𝐝 offers a nice combo. I've never actually played that combo, to be fair, because again, it's not something you'd see in tournaments. Like there's not. It's kind of crossing the IPA with the Ultimate when you've got the IPA's table with Ultimate's cloth. Yeah. It's like putting 861 on a 𝐟𝐨𝐫𝐬𝐿. You just wouldn't. But each to their own, I guess. All right, so both are difficult in this situation. That ball has to be doubled into that middle. That ball, just because I hate rail shots, has to be doubled into that middle. So that's 2 doubles. Also, landing here for this red could be tricky-ish. I've got a nice start. This one is a bad red, apart from, obviously, I've got it first. So it's not bad at all. With yellows, this red could prove tricky to land on these 2, to land on that one. But then you land on the black from this one. So the yellows, this red, again, this red makes these 4 difficult. This red makes these 2 difficult. Or these 2 reds make these 2 yellows difficult. I'm going to go reds here, I think. Because again, I think this red, and this red just make these 6 a little bit tricky. This is probably my last red, I assume. Might not be though. Ideally, I'd not have 2 doubles back to back. No, I'm actually going to get rid of that earlier. I'm going to play this first, this second. So the order that I know so far, that one to there, play that one to there, play that one, and that's what gets me up the table. Something like this, you know, land here, maybe play a double, do something funky, I don't know. And make it up as I go, really. Oh my God. Completely queued across it. Anyway, ignore that. So, I've been doing that recently. I'll explain in a minute what I did. Shouldn't pay for that. Shouldn't pay for that. Where I wanted to be. Anyway, what I did on that first red, I had it like this, and I had the other red like this. It's a bad habit I've been doing recently, which I actually find is something quite a lot of people do. Probably don't realise they do. But I'm lining this ball up, and as I'm about to hit it, I'm looking at where that yellow is. So my eyes aren't even on this yellow, they're on this yellow. And I'm already thinking about my cue ball and the position it's going to be in for that next shot. I did it about 4 times last week, and I've been catching myself doing it. It's just a case of getting out of that, because you do miss super easy shots if you do it. So don't take any pot for granted. That would be the advice I'd say. Apollos play bigger. They play bigger, yes, in the middles. They're making the corners tighter for the TV, but I mean, both. If you've got a Supreme winner with brand new 861 like they do on the IPA, or you've got a 𝐟𝐿 Apollo with brand new CPBA teal cloth, if it's brand new, and again, which is in tournaments on the telly, and it's brand new cushions, you're gonna get shots down the rail easily on both. It's not that the Apollo is much bigger. Trust me, I've seen some shockers on the 861 on the IPA tour as well. But generally, they do tend. Oh God, I just realised I potted the ball on the break. Unreal. They do generally tend to play a little bit bigger, yes. Right, so let's look at the layout here. What colour would you guys go, reds or yellows? And then I'll give my terrible opinion. Really, I think there's only one choice here. Just look at the connecting balls. Like, how do the balls connect to each other? This is what you're trying to figure out. And really, like, you're looking for, like, what's going to keep you on the smallest path. So what's going to move the cue ball the least and keep you on straight lines to each ball, if that makes sense. So the reason why I would not go reds, again, this is not the reason why I would go yellows. This is the reason why I wouldn't go reds, is because this is your first ball, right? And what are you doing? You're trying to go into the yellow first ball. If you miss that, then you're out of position. Yes, you could land here for this, but then you've got to play that. There's a lot of movement in the cue ball trying to get here, play that. That gets you here, play that. And then you're finally in a place where they connect without much movement. That one and then the black, maybe in this middle. With the yellows, it's all about playing one good shot. I'm relatively straight on this, but I've got a slight off angle to be able to punch to here. If I land dead straight on that, perfect. If I'm there, terrible. If I'm there, not great. But if I'm there, perfect, right? Play that, and then all I've got to do is get my cue ball within 6 inches of the chalk. I'm dead straight on that, top spin through, and then these three will connect easily, right? First there, second there, third there, and all I've got to do is top spin through for the black to here. So for that reason, I'm going yellows, just because the reds don't connect as nicely. Again, it's all about this first shot and getting to there. If I overdo it, I'm going to be annoyed. And if I get a bounce out, I'm going to be even more annoyed. Okay, well, sort of pulled out on that shot pretty much because I was worried I was going to underhit it, which I overhit it. So I've done the opposite and I've underhit it, which is annoying. And now I've got to try and screw into this part of the red to hope I hit the red and land there, because I've got to be dead straight on that yellow. Not dead straight, and this is the problem. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but where I'm not there, I can't now top through for this ball because I've got a small angle on that yellow. I've got hit it and punch to there, and it just changes the pattern. I play that one to there, play that one, and then finish with the black, all because I'm 2 inches out of position. And I've got a slightly harder shot here that I've got to play with power. But we're recovered. And again, just trying to leave a shot here for this one. Need an angle on this, don't want to leave myself dead straight. I'm actually going to land on the cushion, hopefully. No, I won't just hit the ball, thanks. That distracted me. Some knob just saying hit the ball and it's completely throwing me off. Needed to be there to leave this in the middle, but now I've got a bigger angle than I wanted on this yellow. And I've either got to play it really soft and land here for a relatively tough cut back into the middle, but not too tough, or try and play it with right hand side to go through this gap, which is just tricky. A little bit less right hand side to go through this gap and leave it in the middle. And I think that's what I'm going to out in the corner, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Ugh. Should not be hitting that red. Terrible shot. That'll do. Alright. Oh no, I don't mind the grumpy chat. I'm just explaining to them that they might as well just scroll on if they're expecting me to not talk, because it's the whole point of the live stream. If I played this fast without saying anything, it would be boring for me as much as it would be for most of you. But you could also just mute it if you don't want to hear me talk. As long as you comment though. As long as you comment. Appreciate the follow, Ben. Jordan, how we doing, mate? Good to see you, a long time. Don't know about Dinospheres. Not sure. Oh, come on, what's this split, man? It's just splitting horrendously. A minute. Right, well, I can't go yellows. and the reds are awful. So this is a 1 in 10. I'd give myself this. I reckon I could get this 1 out of 10. This is the key, obviously, and I think the key to it is to land there. If I'm in this position, I've got the plant on there and I can smash into these 2 reds and develop them. Got to rely on luck, but for the next shot, but that's the plan. Now the question is, how do I get to there? Ideally, I want to leave this red. If I leave that red, it's like a backup in case the plant / smash up of those 2 goes wrong. Might have to play it though. Could play that first, but try and go into them from there, but I don't like where this yellow is. It's just 2 smaller gaps to try and go into them. So yeah, I want to get to there ideally. Dead straight, dead straight. That's fine. Now again, I'm leaving that ball. I'm getting myself to there. I'm playing that and smashing into those 2 reds. Be on it. Okay, focus on the plant, get lucky. Could play a control shot here, but no. It's way more fun just smashing into things and hoping for the best. I mean, that's a pretty good outcome. We'll play that one, screw back to there, play that one, finish with this one, come over to here, finish with the black. It's all about getting back from this red to a decent position on this red. No, keep going. Ugh. That's awful, but hey ho. I'm leaving myself here. I'm basically aiming to land it in this area for that red. It does make this a little bit missable, but should be able to get it. I said it was missable, and I've taught myself into that. It wasn't missable at all. Should have just played it. What twat. Any tip how to play the combination shot? Do you mean the skill shot? Is that what you mean? Skill shot, I'm assuming? If you mean the skill shot, there's a few myths about the skill shot. I'll show you real quick. I'll give you a quick talk through the skill shot. Right, so the skill shot, for anyone who doesn't know, say you're yellows and you've got this situation, it's legal to hit the yellow, pot the red. As long as the yellow goes in afterwards, you continue at the table. So a lot of people think you have to play it with backspin. And the cue ball there obviously came forwards, came back. You can play it with topspin. And it will go in. See if I can get it with side spin. I haven't played it with side spin, I don't think, in forever. Just for sakes and purposes though. Yeah. So that was right hand side. And then left hand side for the full house. No. I don't think I've ever played that with left hand side. Anyway, the point being that it's not about the spin you impart on the cue ball, it's about the dope. Some people will explain this different to other people, but for me, the easiest way that when I'm thinking of this shot, all I'm thinking of is hit that yellow dead straight, and it will go, as long as it's dead straight into the red, it will travel forwards. Don't have to punch it. I think a lot of people, obviously that did travel forwards, but you saw it didn't really roll forward, it kind of spun forward. You don't have to hit it hard. I think as long as the yellow is going dead straight, then it will follow the red. Again, other people will describe that in a little bit more of a technical way, but for me that's how I think of it anyway. Is a what legit? Yeah, exactly. Cue it nice, like time it well. Like, these are all phrases that you use, but I just generally think hit that yellow straight and it will go in. I try not to even picture that the red is there. I try and just think yellow in the middle of the pocket. God, another horrible break. Oh, got a ball though. Take it. I'm on 4 and I've got 6 more to do. Right after a good one, I know. How much was the table? The link to the table is on my home page. Apologies if I've missed your questions, by the way. I'm just going to quickly spend a second just trying to answer someone here. How long have I been playing? 30, coming up to 35 years now. Let's see the break, tips down, backspin, full power leave, right in the middle of the table. I mean, it's not generally how I tend to hit the break, but it is, if you can do it, it's a great break. All right, well, we're not going yellows here. I'll come back to the questions in a bit. We have to go reds. This red, terrible. If I was on this yellow, I'd 100% be going yellows, right? That'd be first, but I'm on this yellow, then this red, and now I've got to figure out reds. This red, I've just looked, goes into that corner, which is handy. Doesn't do anything for this red though. Unless I can leave there, I can play that with topspin and move that yellow. It's something to do. For a laugh, why not? I'm basically going to play that and then try and make up a finish from there. My main objective is first ball, second ball, third ball for now. 1 inch back. Oh, that's not a good shot. So I am half a centimetre too far to the right, and now even with topspin, I'm kind of going to there. If I was half a centimetre over to the left, I would be topspinning through to there, and so I can't get on that red now. So I've got to make up a different finish. This ball, that ball, play that, hit there, and try and do something with these reds. I don't know. I'm making stuff up now. I could play that and try and get back on position to there, but I don't really want to. Just try and move these reds. Okay, it's not great, but it's not awful. If I can, it is pretty awful to be fair. That red cuts in there, again, could do the same thing, try and power into that red, which, if that is an angle, it's definitely not the angle. I've got that one into both corners, but what do I do with that? Nothing, really. Play it with, go around there, towards the black. It's just not a good shot. I think the shot is to get that red out. So if I hit that red onto that red caroms into that, goes in there, that will hit that red, and that red should come out to here. I'll be leaving myself a shot on that. So that's what I'm trying to do, is aim from there. Oh, you dick. I was on that as well. Annoying. That is frustrating. Would have had the out. That's going in as well. Would have had the out. Anyway. How many shots am I planning ahead? Depends on the situation. Normally 1 to 3, sometimes 7. But I wouldn't think, in a tournament, I wouldn't think 7 shots ahead. I just focus on giving every bit of attention to the ball I'm on, landing onto my next ball. I'd have like a rough idea though, generally. That's a better break. Deserves a ball. Wow, nice. Okay, gonna have to go yellows, I think. Can't really go reds. These three are just not great. Well, these two. Red doesn't go past that yellow, so yeah, we're going yellows here. First ball, do I play that yellow down the rail? I think I do. Leave myself these two. That yellow handily goes into that middle, which could prove very beneficial indeed. Okay, so play that. Get there for that, there for that. If I can get there, I'll have a choice of this one and this one, but I'll be playing that one. God, it's a weird pattern between those four. Oh, you know what, I'm going to figure it out in a bit. I've got to make this ball first. Right, we're topping through. That is not a good shot at all. Needed to be, again, half a centimetre over to the left. Rushed it a little bit. Got to leave a plant now. Did not want to be doing this. I have the cut to the middle, but yeah, I think I've got to play the cut to the middle, but it's relying on a bit of luck here. I'm going to try and just, if I can hit that yellow full ball. Just kind of land there, that's fine. We'll take that. Alright, hang on. So, two choices, play that to get on the black, or play that to get on the black. What could go wrong? That's what I'm thinking. So decelerating on that would be the worst situation. Can't really go wrong on this. So you play this ball first, then this ball second. And ideally, avoid that red if I can land there. Great news. A bit close to the cushion, but should be okay, hopefully. Got there from another dry break. I just 3 and 𝐸2, you can see it. All right. How much was the Q? That Q is 700-ish, 700 to 800. The link to it is in my bio. It's a custom-made carbon fibre Q. So. But it's the best investment I've made in pool in the last, well, 5 years. Great. Since I bought my table. So 3 years. Yeah, if you want to check out my Q, that Q, go and click on the link in my bio and go to my Linktree and it's on there. Shit. Sorry guys on TikTok, just moving the camera there. What is this song? It's not the vibe. Bit of wombats. Do that. Sorry guys on TikTok, I've just nudged the camera and it's now not straight. There we go, it's better. This will be a good finish, tell me about it. Can't really go yellows, don't have a ball to open up. I don't have a ball to go for first on yellows. Either way I'm going to be relying on luck for both colours. This ball trebles into there, so if I can land here there's a finish. Does it treble? It might not actually. Problem is, that ball doesn't go in there, that ball doesn't go in there, this ball does, but how do you land on it? Got to try and develop that, and that's my first ball flying into that. Best of luck. Got to get lucky to land on a ball from here. Anything would be great. anything. Can't play that there, can't play that there. Fuck me, this is awful. The only shot I've got is this red onto that red, try and pot it, but that red is going to come and hit this red, and it's just going to mean there's another problem ball, so I've got to hit this quite soft. So ideally that red lands there, worst case. Oh fuck me, just go in, man. Twice. Twice. Oh, fuck off. Plant down the rail would have been just, no. I mean, no. It would have been horrible. Horrible first shot. I would have played that in desperation, that part. Size is the tip of my cue. Sorry, I've missed every single time. It's 8.5mm. Difference between the breaking cue and the playing cue, generally the robustness of the cue. You can hit things hard with it and it won't break, basically. Fuck's sake. Right, let's see about doing a 7-ball finish from start to finish. 7-ball clearance. That's my last red. That's the black goes there. That goes in there. The order, I'm gonna go 1. Let's do this in under a minute from when I hit the cue ball first. 1. In fact, I might do under 30 seconds. Let's maybe give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, black. Someone got the stopwatch. I want to try and do this in under 30 seconds if I can. Watch me mess up the first shot. Starting from under 30 seconds. Felt like it was under 30 seconds. Might have to clip that one actually. 23 seconds, I'll take that. I've got to write that down on my phone, just give me 2 seconds. What minute that was. 54 minutes, I'll remember that. 54 minutes into the live. I'll clip that, you'll be able to watch it back. Let's get this off. If you guys like country music on TikTok, I hope you do because it's going on. So, country mix. Oh, we love a bit of Zac Brown Band. It's the first ever country song I heard when I worked out in the States. Am I playing Ultimate this year? Well, my plan is to fly to New Zealand in 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks. But yeah, it's a lot. The plan is to do 11 weeks content filming in New Zealand, Australia, and in 8 different countries in Asia. Right, the viewers have fallen off a cliff on YouTube. Thanks for hanging out, the guys you have. Right, I'm on 6 clearances, by the way. 6 and 6. All right, again, this is not an easy one, but there is a finish somewhere. There's always a finish. Let's see if we can find one. So that yellow's looking like a good for opening ball. Where's that going? Play that first. Play that second. Get there. Play that third. Then it's a case of getting from there up to there, play that, get to there, play that. Ugh. Tricky. This red makes things tricky. All right, let's go with this yellow in that middle to there. No, that doesn't double. Annoying. Annoying. I'll try and land here for this yellow and then go from there up table or something to land there for that yellow and then screw back to there for the black. This is wishful thinking, but I'm going to get past ball 3 here. Could play that now. Probably should play it now, but I've taught myself into doing this. So I'll try and aim for that. No, I'll stick with the original plan. Jeez. This red is so annoying. Try and land there, or do I try and get there? That's awful though. Try and top through like 3 inches. This is actually really difficult. Well, it doesn't look difficult, but it is quite difficult. So, like playing it slow. The black makes it a big pocket, but it's still missable playing it slow. I don't think I can get to there. I think I've got to basically play that yellow and hope to just be able to hold. Maybe I can get to there. Let's try. Of course you can. Chinese snooker on the red. Love it. Absolutely the worst spot you can put on me on the table right now. Apologies guys on YouTube, you might not be able to see this, but it's going to go in, so I feel bad for you. Told you it was going to go in. Should have just rolled it. What a knob. What a knob. Could be worse if it was behind the red, yeah. I meant like a shot on that, being able to see it, that's the worst spot you could put me, I think. See, I'm normally alright at those Chinese snookers. Normally not bad at them. That one was particularly tough, I think. Can we just... Alright, what are we doing? Hoping. That's what we're doing. This is pretty hopeless. Where's that red going? Well, that goes in there. We're not going yellows, because how? How would you even begin to get yellows? Need to develop that early. So what I'm going to do is play that to there, play that, move that red, leave myself that red to get on that red, and then that red will be free and I'll have a finish. What did I just say I'm going to do? Oh yeah, that one, that one. The angle for that red is pretty much queuing over the yellow. Just screw back in 0.5 centimetre. I don't like how I'm leaving this red, but whatever. That's not great. Manufacture an angle here. Try and punch this in and just, like I said, create space for this, but I don't want to... Will I mess the black up? No, I'll be alright. Just punch the red, move it away from the yellow. That could have been better, but it does go into that corner. I'm not going to play it now because I'm too close to it. Shite. Does it go anywhere? Don't love it. Don't love it. That was pretty mad. Useless, but mad. This is why I should have played this red earlier. If I played that red earlier, I might have a chance here, but I currently don't have a chance. Guys on TikTok hang out, they're making me verify the live for some reason. Give me a sec. Normally it doesn't do that, but yeah. Sugar on yellows. There was no. Wow, great shot. Great shot. I can't even remember what yellows were like, but they were just awful. They were both pretty bad, to be fair. Did I even have a yellow? Can't remember how they were. Maybe I should have yellows. The chance. Appreciate you guys' input. Fuck you little twats. My brake has been hideous. I'm going to brake with my American Q and see if it can make any difference. Because currently my brake is horrendous. Can't do anything with this. Probably the world's worst push shot ever. Alright. Okay. So, this is my American version of the cue that I'm using for English pool. So I play American pool with this. It's 58 inches long, whereas the other one's 57. Weighs 19 ounces versus 18.5, I think, or 18. And the tip is 11.8 mil versus 8.5 mil for English pool. I'm going to see if using this cue to brake makes any difference whatsoever. Look at that. That's so much better to brake with. Instant power difference, or instant like reaction. Look at the split on the balls as well, ridiculous. Anyway, going yellows if we can get this first plant. How do they join like that? That's annoying. Really, really annoying. I'll double one of those now. Fuck. Frick. What is this mix as well? Who's this? This is not the original. No jelly roll. Not for you, pal. Alright. Oh my god, it's so loud. Sorry guys. Alright. Didn't want to be there. Wanted to be there somehow. This is now going to be a miracle finish if I can get it. What bell end? Stop. That is fine. Double, 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 double. I don't need to play a double, double, but why not? Oh, fuck off. 6-0. 6-0. Should have had it. How old am I? Too old. Way too old. I haven't seen any of the beef going on YouTube, I apologise. I missed it. Ever go back to 𝐬𝐝? Yeah, I'd love to go back to 𝐬𝐝. Again, that's probably one of my favourite venues I've ever been to. Really great crowd there. And the table was, well, phenomenal. Hot club was phenomenal. Doing my tits. Getting guys on TikTok, apologies. What do you even begin to do here? This is messed up for both. It's the first shot. That's my first red, and I don't have a first yellow. Unless I were to play cushion, pop that, and hope to get out for this, but it's just no guarantee. I've got to try and rely on a decent pot for this one. If I can screw back to here, I could leave the option to go straight into that red if I want. I don't know if I want to though, that early, because I have to land on that ball to be on it. It's all about making this. If I make this, then I'll figure something out. Right. So again, I could, and they will tell you, most players will tell you, go for that now. Get into that now, but where the black is, and where those 4 reds are, I'm likely going to have to leave myself on that red, and if I'm not going to have a shot. So, I don't really have another choice. Could play that, but it's not really leaving me anything. I think this is the best opportunity to go into it. Oh my god. How do you not go into it? That's mental. I think that was harder to do than going into it. Wow. That was special. Jesus. How do you do that? That was honestly harder to do that. And now I have nothing. Swerve to try and pop that. I don't think it goes. I think I've got to swerve it a little bit. Never going to go. Awful, awful shot on that red to try and break that other red out. Such a massive target. Yeah, it was harder to miss. But again, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you take things for granted. When you think something's going to be easy in this game, often it's not. But at the same time, you don't want to overthink it. So it's kind of finding the middle ground between the two. Ever played in Bristol? Yeah. Yeah, I've played in... Oh god, what was the name of the town? Begins with a P. Close to Bristol. Chippenham I've played in as well. It's not too far away. Bombers in Chippenham's great club. Can we get a ball? Cheers. Taking a trip to Topspin. Yeah, I was there on the day it opened. I live in Southampton, so yeah, I've been to Topspin a few times. That would be my local club. And I've actually got a vlog coming out from Topspin soon. It's one that I've had for a long time. I just haven't posted it. All right, what would you guys do here, reds or yellows? Fuck me, the yellows are so tough. What do you even pretend to go for here? There's a shot that in black ball rules, if you can make it, would be game over if you were to get it. But that yellow planting into that red opens up these 2 reds. You are then reds and you're finishing if you can make that plant. With yellows, you've got this yellow, but then these 2 yellows are just impossible. Like, you'd have to land there to play that yellow to go into them or something like that, but they don't go anywhere. So yeah, not an easy finish whatsoever. It's probably the harder finish I've had all night. I'd say. One of the hardest. Could have done with leaving myself some kind of shot. Oh, actually, tell you what, if I can judge it, it's difficult to judge, but if I can do it, that yellow into the middle, cue ball's going towards there. If I can come here and hit this part of the cushion, I'll move the black and then might have some kind of a finish because I'll have these two yellows. But you've got to be so precise with it, it could easily not hit there. Oh, fuck off. It's like 2 inches away. And now you're in trouble. But saying that, my last ditch, pop that and get to there, and I've got the shot that I said earlier. Play that and move in that direction. Right, I've got a good angle on this yellow. Don't piss about with this now. Got a great angle. This is one you can actually play to judge as well. That yellow goes in that middle. So if I play that and I hit that red and leave my cue ball there, boom, boom, boom. So I'm trying to hit that red just slightly to the right of it as I look. God, it's difficult. That's difficult. No. Not like that. Not like that. Should have hit it harder. What a knob. Had that then. That should have been the one. Miracle required. I can't do anything. The only shot I've got, which if it works, it'll be probably the best shot I've ever played in my life. Thin that yellow so much that I hit the black, somehow get the black to hit that yellow, and that yellow goes in there. If I can hit it thin enough. I can't hit the black there, basically. Ugh, hit the red, sure. And the cue ball goes in. Fantastic. Didn't even hit the black. Oh, that was awful. Should have had that cannon. I'm not great at those shots, like delicate kind of landing on a spot. I'm not the best at those at all. But you're not going to be the best at it when you say to yourself, this is difficult. Oh, hang on. Don't know if I recognise your picture, Newman. Okay. No, that's not what I'm going to break with. I really want to be breaking with this, but cue to break with though. I haven't got any balls down, and it's not a great cue to break with at all. Cross double on the red, maybe. What's the other options? Do you have any other options? No, try and cross double this red. Oh, nearly went as well. Nearly went. Am I still on 6, by the way? Is this set up in your house? Yes. Why am I playing with a carbon fibre cue? Because I much prefer it to the ash cue that I used to have for 21 years. Loading the exhibition from Hull. So the single head camera games are going to be coming out pretty much from February, but the vlog is going to be closer to March. It's currently in a queue basically with other vlogs. It's edited, ready to go, it's just in a queue. You'll see your head camera gains from there. Wow. Soon enough. Jeez. Again, it's just tricky, isn't it? It's just tricky. God, that's not great as well. Why didn't I just think to play plant? Why haven't I? Right, focus. All over the place. That's the way I've described this clearance. Absolutely all over the place. No thought going on there at all for the whole finish. How does, okay. Sure thing. Sure thing again. All right, now I've got 4 more clearances to get, I think. I might have missed out a couple, but yeah, got 4 more. Why practice if you don't take it serious? I mean, I play pool as a job, so I take it serious. But I'm not about to sit here in silence and do drills whilst you guys watch. I don't plan on playing any big tournaments anytime soon. I play pool for fun, and for me this is fun. So. Alright, that's probably the best break I've had in the last hour. So let's figure out a finish. I don't love these 2 reds. Don't go in there, so they're tough. But I could play one right now. Maybe, where's that gonna go? That's the issue. Yellows, play that one, play that one. This doesn't go in that corner. Didn't think I'd be there. First ball. That's a great shot. What a shot that is. Absolutely fantastic shot. Thought I'd be able to come up higher, I thought I'd be there. Didn't get anything into that. See, I can cue over balls on occasion. Go through the gap between red and black, ideally. Maybe not. Didn't fancy it. Didn't fancy that gap. I fancied leaving myself on all 3. No, my plan is to travel the world, not play in the Worlds. Unfortunately, I would like to, but I plan on going to New Zealand in 2.5 weeks, and then from there going to Australia, and then from there going to 8 different countries in Asia. You recommend playing more games against better competition or drills to get better? Both. So when you're playing match practice against someone, I would say if you're going to play 10 times, play someone on your level 7 or 8 times, and then play someone who's better than you maybe twice. Yes, it's all well and good playing people who are better than you, but if you're always just playing people who are better than you, it's just going to knock your confidence, because they're just going to be clearing up and you'll feel like shit basically. So it's good to play better players, but definitely don't make it the most you do. Like have it be like I said, 2 out of 10 times if you're going to play matches. It's your full-time job, pretty much. Trying to make it. Trying. Go in. Size tip do I use? 8.5. 8.5 on my English cue. 11.8 on my American cue. All right, well, we're going reds. Don't know what the hell I'm going to do with that. That's a mess. Need to break that one out early doors. With this shot, maybe? I think so. I could play it with either of these 2 reds. If I could just screw into the black, that'd be great, but yeah. Bounce out, probably. I was so worried about that, you have no idea. I was like, surely I've got to be able to leave myself one of these 2. But as I was hitting that, I was like, this could go wrong. Always the way. Fuck's sake, that's annoying. Ugh. What am I doing? What am I doing here? That yellow blocks the kick shot. That yellow blocks the easy kick shot on those reds. Fuck. That's annoying. I think the only shot I've really got is to try and cut that back in there. If I make it, it's the clearance. Fuck. That was annoying. Should have had it. Should have had it. Oh dear. Alright, what do you do here then? What do you do here then? Could go either. I think I prefer reds. I know it sounds weird, but I just, yeah. Got there. I stayed quiet for that frame, and that might have been the difference maker. I got focus because I've got 2 more clearances to get. Cheers, Joe. Appreciate that, mate. What cues are you using? Go Custom cues. The link to them is in my bio. Breaking with a Go Custom carbon fibre cue and playing with a Go Custom carbon fibre cue. Breaking not very well though. Look at that, tragic. Okay. What do you begin to do here? Gary, how are you doing, mate? God, one day. I've got another 26 countries to do before then. One day though. Just don't go in the middle. That's going to have to go off that yellow and in. Don't think I can do it from that one. There's so much to do before that though. Oh God, miss it more. Miss it by another 6 inches. It's fine. Nice one there, Tim. How much did the cue cost? That one is about £700 and the brake cue is about 800. But I do get a discount for my followers. Again, it's a custom cue, so they make it to your specifications depending on what you want. But I get a discount for my followers if they use my code. I've never had a better cue to break with than this one, really. The split I get on it is unreal, even though it's not really meant for it. See you down at 𝐦𝐵𝐺's. Nice. Yeah, the vlog's out from 𝐦𝐵𝐺's. It's on YouTube if you want to check it out. Again, just it's an okay split, but it's just difficult. Oh God, that's what I meant to go into. Too much power. Nice, watch it again. It helps me. Every day you play a tournament in Malaysia. I'm going to be in Malaysia in April, I believe. Go onto my Instagram and you'll see. I appreciate that, mate. Thanks so much. How am I on 7? Got 3 more to do. Okay, yellows can be got. Appreciate the gift, bud. Just break this yellow out and they're all there. How do you do that? That's impressive. How impressive. That goes absolutely nowhere now. Can't be playing that as a first shot, surely. Get a bounce. Just again, there, 1 centimetre to the left would have been great. just a little bit straighter. A little bit straighter and I might have had a chance. Doubles into the corner, I suppose. Oh my God, how's that not gone in? I thought it was in. As soon as I hit it, I thought it was in. What an idiot. Playing the last shot with right hand, left or right? Which shot was it? The one to get from the yellow to the yellow? I played that with left. But you can play it with right. I play it the wrong way, really. Like this, if you mean this shot, like basically any shot like this, where I try and develop the black, you can play this with left, bottom left, like that. That's how I play it personally, and I know you can do it with right. Most players would do it with right. But you can play it with bottom right as well. So, yeah. I don't play it that way personally, but I play it the wrong way, which is left. But it's got to be bottom whatever. Bottom left, bottom right. Can't just be left hand side. You still need to move it up the table. Right. Am I still on 7? Gotta go to bed soon. What time is it? Jesus, midnight. Come on now. Alright, that's just annoying. My pro. Nope. I just play for fun. Reds. Could go either here, to be fair. Could go either. Both could easily go wrong. Let's go reds. It's a bounce. What a tune. Not on it. Fantastic. Not on anything. Great. It's going to go wrong now. Yep, called it. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you. We've got 400 of you watching on TikTok, it's only about 80 of you on YouTube. But I appreciate you all tuning in. Again, if you want more information on my travels, which start mid-February hopefully, then go onto my Facebook or my Instagram for more info, where I'm going to be and when. And make sure you watch the stories on there as well. For live updates. Okay, thanks. Could go over here. Just try and get reds. That'll do. Country boy, indeed. Yeah, I do like country music. It's my favourite genre of music. That's probably why the views are down a little bit. It's because people are having to be subjected to country music. And the fact that it's midnight, but hey ho. Here's Ethan. Oh, tune. Alright, we've got 2 more. Still a personal trainer. Yeah, I do private PT online for clients in the US for sometime in the week. Yeah, great shout. Interesting layout. Very dot to dot. Very dot to dot. Very freaking dot to dot. Well, the cue ball went down, so I can just pick it up. But we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's probably a better way of playing those 2 reds, but that's just the first thing that I saw. Should have played that now. What have you done? Wow. That was bad. That was not good at all. Fuck me. Awful. All right. 2 more frames to get, and then I can go. I'm happy, actually played so much better tonight than I had last week, so I'm happy with that. If you're a beginner and you've only just picked up a cue, don't worry about spin. That'll be the first thing I'll tell you. So that's my first question. What level are you? How long have you been playing? Night, mate. Have a good one. I'll be at Bucks this year. I'm not planning on it because I plan on being in Australia. Right. I'm going to go for yellows for a laugh. way to get those yellows, but whatever, it worked. Got there in the end. Tip. The tip is 8.5mm. It is a Go Pulse medium. It's basically Go Customs tip. And like I said, if you get your Q custom made from them, they'll fit that tip for you. So. Alright, we're on 9. I need one more finish. One more finish from the break. Oh my god. Break finish like that. Practice, man. Practice. Few and far between, but it's like you can string things together when you play a lot. Does that red go? It does. So we have to go reds. Don't love them, but we have to go them. Bloody got them, haven't we? Do I go into it now? I think I've got it. I don't even know if I can. I think the yellow blocks it. I'll try and move the yellow with this shot. That is lazy. Lazy. Because it's got a nap in it. It's not like American pool. You guys play with napless cloths. If you just type into YouTube what's the difference between a napped cloth and a napless cloth, you'll see the difference and the reason why it generally plays slower than American pool tables. Oh no, I've got to go again. Oh no, what have I done? I have to go one more time, shame. Morning. It is morning, to be fair. It is morning. Alright, we'll go for one more because that was just me messing about there. That is 10, technically, but we'll go again. Be sure to hit that follow or sub button depending on which channel you are watching on, or which platform you're watching on, TikTok or YouTube. Finally. Felt, they're just not. It's strange you're from the UK and you call it felt. It's just called cloth. I don't think I've ever heard anyone from the UK call it felt. That's why I assumed you were American. But it's the same type of cloth that you get on a snooker table. It's it's slower than like speed cloths, most speed cloths, but it's, I mean, it's 6 months old now, so it's got a little bit of age to it. Should have had it. Should have had it. That was an easy finish. Alright, let's finish up with a drill. It's technically the last frame I finished. Let's try and do this drill. Maybe not first time of asking, but let's just try and do it. Let's do it with 6 balls. Yeah, I mean, pubs are going to have much slower tables, most of them. But then you get some pubs that have speed cloth, which runs like super fast regardless of how old it is. Alright, so the objective of this drill, pop that yellow, come up here, pop that red, come back here, pop that yellow, pop that red, pop that yellow, that red, all the way up to that yellow, that red, then the black. And you can only use these 2 pockets. Might be retiring after another one. How's that? Yeah, it's slow. Someone needs to iron this table. It looks difficult. It is difficult, especially when it's midnight, but I'll give it like 10 tries. Normally the first 4 balls are the hardest. If you can get past the first 4, it gets a lot easier. That's what I find. That's nope. Again, first 4 balls would be great. I've done it again. Done it again where I can't explain why that shot's annoying me right now, why I'm finding it difficult right now. It's too much time to talk. Alright, come on, let's try red first then. Such a good shot. Such a fantastic opening shot. Alright. I'm going to give it 2 more minutes because I'm bored already. This is why I don't like drills, just because I just find them boring. I don't have the focus for it. I want to play fast. Fast ball. Can we all agree that red is pissed off over to that side a little bit? I'm just going to straighten up this line. There. I'll give it a couple more. Should have had that, to be fair. That was not a difficult finish. Thing with drills, and this is why I don't normally do them, is because, like, yeah, they're great. They are great. They would make me a better player if I did them more often. I was and I actually focused on doing it, but I just want to have fun when I play pool. I don't really aim to become the best player in the world, nor do I really play in any tournaments, so I just want to pop balls. That's the main reason why I play pool, is literally to play the way that I did when I was a kid. So. Shocker. Tell you what I've done, I've put that red too close to that red. Still can't put it, I don't think. Okay, maybe okay. Where's the cue ball going to go? Try and get the cue ball into a pocket as well. I was too focused on trying to put the cue ball. Anyway. Right. That's me done, I think. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to shoot off. It is late. Late night stream, exactly. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Be sure to hit that sub button if you haven't already on YouTube, and that follow button on TikTok. Why is it that whenever I leave, TikTok absolutely goes mental and there's now 1,000 odd people watching? Why is that happening? Look at that, it's gone up to 900 for the first time tonight. Hit that follow button, all 900 of you right now, because I've finished. Don't leave, hit the follow button. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Yeah. I mean, there's 900 of you. I might have to just stay until that drops. 1,000 of you. What the fuck's going on? Why is there 1,000 of you? There's 44 of you on YouTube. Guys on YouTube have got sense. It's almost like TikTok. No, I'm going. They've seen me put my cue away, and now they've got 1,000 people watching. So I've got to do something. All right, fine. I'll try and clear the table in under a minute. You better stay and watch, because I'm putting my cue back out for this. And if you haven't followed the channel already, please hit follow. I live stream most nights when I can. But yeah, we'll clear the table in under a minute. Let's go. If the ball goes down, great. Perfect gap. Alright, do I get you reds as well? Sure. No! Shouldn't have done it. Should not have done it. Why didn't I just get yellows? Fuck's sake. That's annoying. Should have just gone yellows. Right, so you can see the kind of stuff I do. So now, that follow button, sure. especially if I pop. Oh my god, I'm not going to be able to clear up. No, I couldn't see it. Especially if I pop these three now. Especially if I pop. Hang on. Try and pop the black at the same time. Nice. Nice. Alright, last shot, and then I'm off. You're reds. I'm reds. You got me in a snooker. Alright, that's better. Let's drop to 600. I can shoot. Nice. Alright. Cool, that's me done. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Be sure to hit that follow button. Again, follow button on TikTok, sub button on YouTube, and I very much would appreciate it. Okay. Oh, any last second questions, feel free to ask, by the way. No questions? Great. Cool, guys on YouTube, thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to look out for one of the highlights from tonight. I'll post it on my page. I have vlogs on my YouTube channel as well, long form content. Be sure to go and check that out. Appreciate you watching.